a first for me. I've seen a lot of kickboxing matches. I actually have not seen anybody with, I don't know, would you call those Speedos, Benny?
Well, you know what? I think that, I don't know if he's thinking that he's going to be doing some type of grappling or anything, but for sure, I guess he was thinking that definitely he's not gonna be able to throw him. That's for sure.
Well, you know, I noticed they've already made a little contact. They touched noses in there. Isn't that a little unusual?
Well, they were all up in each other's face, no question about that. How do you do? My name is Sue.
Yeah, I think we're in for a pretty strange bout here.
Well, you know, for being heavyweights, I think we can expect some faster speeds out of both of them.
Right off the bat, you got a thigh kick by Rangi, and you see Mullins trying to double up on a left hook. Fake right leg, overhand right by Mullins.
As you can see, Hiriwa he's going low, and I've heard he would go low, and then all of a sudden he'll bring it up high.
Well, he did it very effortlessly. He took one to the head, and it took no effort at all. You see, Mullen is really coming in with the punching. The American fighters seem to be the better boxers as far as around the world when it comes to kickboxing and to Draka. This is being a Draka fight. He seems to be the better puncher.
Well, Don, you know, Don, and usually in Russia, you know, they use their boxing ability really a lot, but again, you know, you're talking about Jim here. You know, he does have good hands. He's very strong, and using his hands quite well. Nice lead-ins and so forth. He's just taking his time.
Attempted side kick by Jim Mullins in the black shorts.
Again, we have two fighters inexperienced under these rules, the Draka rules, but
good back leg takedown by Jim Mullins. Referee Marcos Rosales decided not to call it a knockdown, but it was a good back leg takedown. Referee warning them there about the elbow, Don. A good leg kick that landed right on the thigh of Hiriwa Rangi.
And because this is an 8-round fight, there's plenty of time for that leg kick to wear you down. You know, the shorter the fight, the less the leg kicks really matter. But when you have a longer fight, you start landing them in the first round like this, then they may add up.
But without a doubt, they do affect you as they go along. As you can see, Jim, you know, he's pretty much going low. And I was expecting from Hiriwa actually to go low and go high. He hasn't did it in this round, but we'll see how the rounds progress if he will bring those legs up a little higher.
Well, you know, for heavyweights, I think it was a lot of action this first round. You know, Jim Mullen's really coming out and trying to get the respect of Rangi right off the bat. And, you know, I think that he was successful in getting some respect. As we've seen him here right above us over the ropes, he hit him with a nice thigh kick that kind of buckled the legs a little bit of Rangi. So it is early in the fight. There is a lot of time.
There goes that high kick.
Very impressive for a man of his size.
Yes, you know, if, I tell you, for what I know of him that he does, he is a good high kicker.
And there again, you see they both were going to the legs. And, you know, that's punishing those blows to the legs. You know, and they're both clashing those shins against each other. Both fighters using spinning rope kicks, and these are big boys in there, Don.
They're burning a lot of energy. Now there they tried to do a takedown.
Yes, Jim actually attempted a takedown, but it didn't work.
Benny, that move that Jim Mullen just made right now, fake kick over the top of the right hand, looks like a technique that you developed about 20 years ago.
Hey, well, you know, nice round kick. Jim just, you know, beautiful round kick.
Jim's landing some pretty decent punches in there. He's got Rangi covering up on the inside.
You know, and Mullins really has been, you know, keeping up quite a pace, and I'm just wondering if it's going to begin to affect him, Don, as we begin to see him breathe a little harder here at the end of the second round.
It's unusual for heavyweights to have this kind of a pace going into the second round.
No question, and you see, you know, you see Hiriwa Tawangi just taking his time. His breathing looks good. He's being patient. No question that Jim is controlling the fight, but my question is, it is scheduled for 8.
How long can he keep it up?
Usually for heavyweights, you know, heavyweights to have that kind of pace, it does affect them. They will slow down, and then if they get caught in the later rounds with a nice shot, it will affect them, you know, heavy.
Well, no question that, you know, Jim Mullins there on the screen is, you know, in control of the fight at this time. I'm sure, you know, Hirangi's corner is exhorting him to go ahead and, you know, pick up the pace. Let's get into the fight. You know, well, it's interesting to see these two big heavyweights both trying to land those big spinning back kicks.
You know, that's unusual to see. Actually see heavyweights throw spinning back kicks, spinning wheel kicks, any type of round wheel kicks to be thrown from a heavyweight is really very rare to see. But usually you'll find lighter weights doing that kind of movement, jump kicks, spinning back kicks, crescent kicks. But they seem to be very good, experienced fighters in good condition. Again, we'll find out as the later rounds who has the better condition.
Well, I've been impressed with their conditions so far. I mean, these guys did not do any pacing. They came right out to fight from the round 1.
What?
No takedown. It looked more like some kind of a tackle or something. I don't know what that was. Yeah.
Hiriwa I'm seeing that he's starting to get a little bit more aggressive. He keeps coming forward.
Both fighters going down low to the leg kicks. A clash of legs there. This time,
two shins.
Yes, no question.
I got one thing to say about that. Ouch.
They do hurt.
Mullen's trying to work on the inside with that uppercut. Attempted high kick by Mullins.
Well, you have to give it to both of them. They definitely got a nice pace going for heavyweights, that's for sure.
I'm very impressed. A lot of action. They're both being
Whoa, there's that round kick I was talking about.
He came right back with another one.
No question he's loading up on that right leg.
Yeah.
And, you know, Jim Mullen's very fortunate that he had his gloves up high, because if not, that shot could have done some real damage.
Well, kicks like that, that he's known for, that he's knocked out most of his opponents with that type of high round kicks.
You know, he keeps throwing the spinning back fist, but he's not going to hit him the way he's doing it. You know, he's not doing anything before the spinning back fist. He's just throwing it, and he hasn't landed one yet. In fact, I think he's landed closer with his elbow.
Well, he keeps trying them, though. You know, usually most fighters, they do the way they've been practicing, you know, and it becomes habit. Whether it's useful or not, they just throw it.
Whatever you do in practice, that's what you're going to do in the real thing.
Under pressure, yes, indeed.
You know, I also noticed Rangi getting in kind of a Thai boxing stance. He kind of put his elbows in, put his hands on Mullen's head as a defensive thing. As we said, you know, whatever you do, that's what you resort to when you're under stress.
You know, Hiriwa, you know, you can see that he's got he's got a mixture between Thai, you know, Thai moves, and but he's still got that Taekwondo round kick type of a move. You know, brings it
beautiful
way around,
head
whipping.
kick. Beautiful head kick.
Well, no question, you know, tonight that Jim Mullins has, for the first 2 rounds, set the tempo of the fight. And like you were alluding to, Don, you know, you see Rangi, you know, just, you know, using that Thai clinch, kind of resting and kind of relaxing himself. But at this point of the fight, I'd have to give Jim Mullins, I'd have my head on the scorecards. Although at the one point of that round, we've seen Hirangi really starting to load up with that right leg.
So you unofficially, we have it at ringside for Mullen right now, going into the 4th round.
Oh, nice. Nice fake. Oh, beautiful round kick. Beautiful round kick.
And you know what? It didn't do the damage I thought it was, Benny. And you see right away, it really lit up Rangi. Yes. And he started going down low with a lot of power kicks to the legs.
Now, you know what? I tell you, Hiriwa is really now
He attempted a throw.
Hiriwa right now is starting to get very aggressive, you know, with his kicking now. You can see he's loading up low. Just see if he goes high with it.
Seen Mullins there attempt that throw, but to no avail.
Seems to me I see a little fatigue in Rangi. Seems a little more tired now. Maybe that little flurry between the two of them took it out of both of them.
Well, you know, grappling really takes a lot out of you, you know. I mean, especially in the clinch and stuff. It starts to wear on you more from an outside fighter. Basically, inside fighting is really, really exhausting. You have to be in good shape for inside fighting.
Different kind of conditioning to be a grappler and a striker. They both take conditioning, but they're different kinds of conditioning.
Good spinning wheel kick.
Beautiful kick. Didn't land.
Over the top with an overhand left by Mullins. It landed flush on the chin of Rangi.
Oh, good little short right there by Rangi. Oh, an uppercut.
Oh, there's that
roundhouse kick.
There's that roundhouse kick I was talking about.
He surprised me with those punches, though.
Oh, and Jim comes back with his own round kick.
He's got to set that spinning back fist up if he's going to land it.
Oh, attempted.
It looked like he had Rangi down on his head. Did you see that? I think he drove his head into the mat a little bit.
Well, you know, I think he attempted the round kick, but he collapsed it and ended up driving his head through the mat.
Yeah, that wasn't a clean takedown, but they are trying it. I mean, they are fighting. It's Draka. It's not kickboxing. Throws are legal.
Exactly, and whether, you know, it becomes a successful throw or not, his head still hit that canvas.
Indeed.
And there's no question that that's going to do some damage.
Sure did.
You know, Blinky, I tell you from as we've been watching some other type of grappling fighting, but you notice is when you get later on the rounds that when they start to get tired, then they start doing desperate moves, and the desperate moves is the ones that they really hang on to. You know, they hang on to as like their last resort, whether it be right, cross, or the way they've been practicing with that round kick. Like for instance, Hiriwa, he seems to come in and waiting for that round kick, and he'll throw it. And
well, here we are in round 5, and how do you have it scored, Blake?
Well, you know, at this time, I got Mullins ahead. You know, Rangi has tried to press the attack, but really Mullins